Sure.
All right. So basically, I deal into the heritage tourism since beginning only. After my degree and education in hotel and tourism from the University of Mumbai, I worked as a front office manager in England for around 4 5 years almost. Then I learned there that heritage, the monuments which are created by our ancestors, where we don't have to spend any money anyway, but to develop any touristic attraction, be it tiger, any park or any museum or anything related to tourism, they have to spend a lot of money. But heritage sites were already created, right? 500 years ago, 800 years ago, 1,000 years ago. It cost nothing to the government, because they were already created. We just have to develop some basic amenities, touristic facilities on the forts or the caves. India is a
Mm.
kind of a center for all these sites anyway, being the history, historic country anyway. Then we showcase these monuments, and we educate our agents. So they have their own database of customers. So we explain them which fort has what emphasis, what historic battles those forts have fought in the past, what are the stories attached to these heritage sites, and then mm, we make a product that educate our agents and customers so that they could make a visit there. And then slowly, gradually, the number grows. But some people are not interested in history and heritage, and they don't want to do the trekking and all. So what we do, we just combine these forts with other activities, like you just mentioned, the tree house or whatever. I just sent
Yeah.
you one photo on WhatsApp also, the tree house which I just been yesterday.
Ah,
um,
well,
yeah, so some activities, like some people are attracted to the jungle safaris, so we have tiger reserves nearby, so we club them together. Or maybe a coastal tourism where nice beaches around, so we club them together. Some people are actually interested in pilgrimage tours, like visiting temples, places of worship. Just club all together and make a product out of it. So people with various interest orientations get attracted, and our agent have a database. The customer have a faith in the agent, agent have a faith in us, so we have a faith in our product.
mm,
Then it's kind of a supply chain that the customers book, and then they give the feedbacks, what can be done, what cannot be done. And initially we don't target the forts or heritage sites which are very far, isolated areas or on the top of the mountain where a lot of human efforts are required, a lot of time is required. We try to not include those sort of sites at the initial stage. We include the sites which are easily approachable. Elderly or kids can also climb on those forts and take selfies, and they just get educated about their own history and heritage and our culture, because reading books and watching documentaries is not enough. I feel like, as I learned in England when I was a volunteer with English Heritage. It's a local company in England. They also do the same sort of thing. They educate people by taking them onto the battlefield. Reading book or watching documentary is not enough. But when you go actually there, then the history gets you know revived due to the storytelling of the guides and stuff like that. So we're working on it, and we're getting a lot of success now. That a lot of queries are getting generated, and a lot of inquiries. A lot of people have already paid and booked the tours, for the February, for the March. We're just having your fingers crossed that this COVID is not affecting, because our terms are like, we are very flexible with the cancellations and amendments, because we have to support. It's a need of the hour anyway. So
mm,
people who have paid 100% money to us, we have told them that 7 days prior also we can postpone the tour without any retentions or penalties. And we
well,
made the same contracts with the hotels and transporters and guides also, that it's crisis is everywhere, right? So
mm,
if I'm taking the group of 20 people, even one person have a symptoms, I have to postpone the group. I cannot risk life of other, right? Or government again declares a lockdown, or maybe the property owner sends us the mail saying, hotel yesterday somebody was staying, he's a positive, so we cannot accommodate you. So many things are involved.
mm,
So we are just hoping that everything goes well. The first tour is starting from the end of this month, so let's see. So we are basically targeting the inbound at the moment, especially my state of Maharashtra, in and around Mumbai. So our one state is bigger than 6 to 7 countries in Europe. You must be
yeah.
knowing that, right? And Mumbai has a population of 100 and 1.3 cr. So that comes to around 13 million. So What's the population of
Oh
Finland? Tell
wow.
me.
5 million.
So we are 2.5 times bigger, just one small city. So you can
Oh
imagine
yes.
the client base we have. These are advantages to travel industry because we have a huge client base. So even if
Mm,
we target 1% of it, still
mm.
that's more than enough for us.
Yeah, that's
Let's see.
right.
Working very hard, but hope we get the success. Let us see. We are completely,
Yes.
yeah, true. So what are you planning for the outbound?
At the moment, I'm looking for special accommodations, special activities for my clients. For example, this kind of ecological tree houses or like something ecological, because the name of the company is Eco Travelers. So it has to be ecological, something that the company is taking care of the nature and the recycling and this kind of a things, which is not so clear in most
True.
of the countries, as you know. But I hope I will find more this kind of a places. Yesterday, I heard about a place in Italy. They have igloos, and you can go skiing there next to the igloo house. So, of course, we have also igloos in here, but of course, also Finnish people want to travel abroad. So, for example, that would be a good place for my clients because it's quite near.
Mhm.
And like in India, I think any of the places would be good if it's like something really special that I might not be even heard about before. um, Maybe it's like in a tree, you have to really climb up and then you are in the tree. Or maybe it's a boat going in the river and there's something special going on. I really don't know what it might be. Maybe it's like sleeping in a local house. Like that's
Aha.
really special if you get invited to a local house and you get to do what the family usually does, like preparing the food, speaking with the local family. Maybe you don't have a common language, you don't know how to cook the food, and you are really amazed by everything because you learn by doing and learn the new culture. So I think this kind of experiences is a very good thing. Also in Finland, I have this homestay. I think it's a very nice experience for anyone.
We have it, this kind of activity. We call it as a community based tourism,
Oh,
which comes under the expeditional tourism, where people could visit any fort or caves or any village areas, and then they could go to any local house where you started with cooking. I start with the catching of fish. You will catch the fish with them, or maybe you will grab the vegetables from the farm, then you will wash them with the local ideas, then you cut it, then cook it with the local spices, and then eat all together by sitting inside their home. Then maybe do all the activities what they do, either in
wow.
the farms or at their home, and then sleep with you spend the overnight there as a paying guest kind of a thing, and then learn their culture, speak with them, then learn their the rituals, then morning ceremony with they do the namastes to the god, and then all the tilak ceremonies, and then everything, and then all their, if you come up with the local festival times, so you will be able to join their festivals also, because India is a vast cultural country. Diversity is everywhere, and the culture, the cuisine, the palate, the language, the costumes changes after every 50, 60 kilometers, or maybe 100 kilometers, district by district, state by state, it changes. So a lot of fascinating things can be done here. Earlier it was very difficult to find the centers, it was only at the selective places, but now the government is working very hard, and they made a policy for this agriculture tourism and then rural tourism. where
Mm,
they're encouraging people to come out. The investors are also investing money, because being local, be it farmer or a villager, you may not be expert in hospitality, you may not be having money to develop these touristic amenities, but some investors help these people and then they make a product out of it. And we are also working on this sort of things. And soon we will come out. We have few centers developed already, but to cater the inbound traffic, we need more developments. At the moment, we're catering only the domestic traffic, but when the outbound market comes, inbound market comes, normally Europeans, British, Germans,
mm.
Australians, Americans, they travel India for this sort of activities. They will spend 1 or 2 days in the big city like Mumbai and Delhi, and they try to go local for the experiential tourism. So it's already there. It's
Wow.
already there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
that
just want to
sounds very
ask
good.
you, I want to ask you, normally, being the Indian subcontinent people, as you know, that we are burning here because of sun. So we are not really, you know, keen to travel to places like Egypt or, place. Yes, historic emphasis these countries have, but weather-wise, it's very hot. So people enjoy snow. The places which are pleasant, like Switzerland, Europe, or New Zealand. These people which can spend money, they travel to these destinations.
Mm.
So for Finland, one thing which comes in Indian person's mind, that is the thing which is at your back now, the
Yeah.
Northern Lights. So what is the best time to, where we could be lucky enough to definitely have a sight?
Yeah,
Which is the season?
it's from October until April. So now at the moment it's a perfect time to travel to Finland.
So
And
during winter also you can see the Northern Lights.
yes, in the winter time, not in summertime.
Okay.
But here where I live next to Helsinki, it's impossible to see it. We are too south and there is too much light pollution. So you
Okay.
really have to travel up
Okay.
north. So you
Hmm.
can either take a train with 10 hours. So then you get to see all the places in Finland if you are awake, or
Okay.
then you can take a flight. It's only 1 hour flight to
All
Lapland.
right.
So then you have all the opportunity to see the northern lights, snow, husky rides, reindeers, Santa Claus, all the activities is
So
there.
So just like I mentioned, locally in the state of Maharashtra where I belong, I just mentioned that we create the product out of the heritage sites like forts, caves, ancient temples, jungles, the things which were already created by our ancestor, maybe by nature, and then we do the tourism, right? Rather than developing new things. Likewise, apart from northern nights and igloos, what are the other things which you have, which you showcase to grab tourism?
Um, what do I showcase? Like what I
No,
have
I'm
in
not
my,
talking about the things. I'm not talking about things which you develop, like you say the igloo where you can be float and on the remote. That's a man-made thing, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
things which
that's
are
right.
already there, but you are showcasing what it could be, apart from Northern Lights and igloo.
Yeah, like in the nature. So mostly we are talking about like the national parks because it's very special. They have been taken very well taken care of, and those are free of charge. You can go there whenever you want.
Do you do the
All the
safari
lake,
there?
sorry,
You do the safari there, the wildlife safari? No.
you can go walking in there, but
Okay.
just anywhere in the nature we have the that you can go with the huskies or reindeers, and so that's it, not
Okay,
in
but
the
no
national.
wild animals. No wild animals.
There are a lot of wild animals in Lapland, like
Okay.
reindeers. You are
Okay.
driving with your car and then you see a reindeer. So that's a wild
Perfect.
animal in Lapland.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
But like national parks and lakes, we
Okay.
have so many lakes in here. So
Perfect.
then the things that you really have to do, like going to a sauna and then going have an ice dip in the frozen lake.
Oh
So
my
you go
goodness.
from sauna, then you go to a lake, you jump in, you go back to the sauna. So those are the things that we normally do here, and those are the things that are here like every
So
day, and not only for
it's kind of
tourism.
So it's kind of a geological miracle, maybe. Sauna is, like a hot spring and then the frozen water kind of a thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's very good for your health.
So sauna is naturally created, right? It's not man-made or anything. It's
Of course, you have to heat it up with like either wood or like
Oh, okay. I had a complete different. I thought it's like a natural spring, like we have in India or maybe
no,
in Bali. No, okay.
no, but that's like a in every house in Finland we have a sauna, so
Yeah, it's need of the hour
that's like a
anyway.
must.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and like summer cottages, we have so many summer cottages in Finland that's like when we go to a holiday, we go to our own summer cottage, which is next to a lake, and every summer cottage has its own sauna.
Aha.
So that's what we do all the time. We go there, we throw water on us, and then we jump to the lake.
Okay, that sounds incredible.
So
All right.
saunas, lakes, national parks, all like the things that like we don't take granted of, like it's very peaceful in Finland. There's not so much traffic, not so much people. It's so peaceful and quiet. It's very safe. Like my son, he can go anywhere he wants by himself. He's not taken care of, like I don't have to watch out where he's going because it is so safe. So
Okay.
it's very easy for anyone, and it's very easy for tourists to come here because everyone speaks English. You can drive with your own car. The roads are taken very good care of. So it's very easy for anyone.
So you mentioned about the driving. So foreigners who comes to Finland, can they drive with their own license or they have to have a local license?
I think you have like an international license, right? So that is valid in Finland. So of course you can rent your own car and drive around if you want. But of course, like in Lapland with 40 centimeter of snow, it is so not so easy even for Finnish people. So I don't recommend it so easily. And of course, it's easy to get someone to pick you up, and then you have the good service. So I think it is very important to get the good service and someone that is really showing you the places. You don't have to watch out for the reindeer and be scared of all the snow and driving in the middle of nowhere. It's very dark
But
also here.
but
We don't have so much light. So you are in the middle of nowhere driving, then you see a reindeer, then you are stuck in the snow. It's very easy to get the
but
service.
but don't you think, wouldn't it be very expensive to hire a driver? Because I believe the manpower there is very expensive.
Of course, it's more expensive in here, but it depends what you want. Like if you only take the flight to Lapland, and then you need, for example, uh, from the airport, someone to pick you up to the hotel. Usually it is included in the accommodation price, so you don't have to pay it.
And
Yeah,
how about the public transport? How is it planned?
yeah. Public
The public,
transport is very good in Finland.
how do you travel? Train or bus by or how? In country
Uh,
wise, nationwide.
yeah. It depends where you want to go. Like here where I live, it's very easy. I live 500 meters from train station. Also, the bus is coming from here, so I can take both. But
And
if
in the
I for
countryside, and
yeah,
in the countryside,
in the countryside, it's always with a bus. If I want to travel to North Finland, I prefer taking a train because it's
okay.
much more convenient and I can be sleeping there in my own cabin. So it's very easy.
But do you have the, like in Swiss or in Europe, they have a complete 1 week travel package where you can board a train on the same ticket, maybe board the
No,
same bus? No, you don't get a weekly pass and thing. Just buy ticket. That's it.
that's right.
Every time you buy a ticket,
Yeah, that's right.
it still works, because normally what happens is in Switzerland, normally people complain because 80 euros they charge for a week, sometimes 120 euros depending upon the class of the seat, and then normally people don't travel that much. Then it's not a worth of money. So they
Yeah,
prefer paying ticket wise. Every time they board the bus, they will buy a ticket, whatever it is. So spending 120 euros or 180 euros upfront, sometimes it's not worth. Sometimes if somebody is very much, explorer, then they make a most of it.
yeah,
But some
that's right.
people which are couch potatoes, they prefer sitting in the balcony having a cup of coffee. They don't
Yeah,
travel that much. So it's not
that's
worth
right.
for them. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course we have the cheap buses also here. The starting price is from €2 to go somewhere, but you have to book it in advance. But do you want to sit in the bus with 50 people, or do you want to sit in the train in your own cabin and you have your own bed so you can relax there without
Oh, so it's
seeing
like a
anyone?
sleeper train. So it's like
Yes.
overnight sleeper train.
Yeah.
How do you plan your itineraries? How do you plan your itineraries? Somebody is coming to Helsinki for say 4 days, 3 nights, 4 days. How would you plan your itinerary for that traveler? Customize itinerary. How would you do it?
Yeah, it depends if it's a group or individuals coming. Usually I work only with travel agencies. So if they bring a group, I have some ready-made packages, and also I can tailor-made any. So it depends what they
Okay.
want. Usually my tours are something to do with ecological and sustainable things. So of course I take people to do whatever they want. If they want to go there or there and I haven't prepared it, we'll go there because they want to do it. But I have accommodation and food and the restaurants taken care of and the activities. It depends on the people. Like some want to go to the national park, some want to see the sightseeing. So I always ask the client what they want to see, what they want to do, what they prefer. So
But
it all
how
starts
do
with
you
that.
but how do you quote price? Basis on the hotel or basis on all the inclusions? Like if you include 10 things in your package with the 3 nights accommodation, and then later client says, I don't want to do all 10, I just want to do 6. So how do you schedule the refunds, or maybe how do you, you know,
Yeah.
how do you work on the quotes actually?
Um, in Finland, it's a different culture. So here, you can't change your mind like last minute. You have to decide, let's say, 2 weeks in advance what you want in the package. And of course, you can add many things, but
Of
you
course, with the
cannot,
added price. Yeah.
yeah, but then you cannot decide that I only want half and get half money back. So you have to book something. If you book something in advance, you have to take it all, or then you
But
pay it all, but you can leave it.
but you help them to get the hotel accommodation and the activities with the tickets. But
Yes,
how do you take them there? You take with the vehicle, or they will travel their own?
yes, it depends because some people they want to rent a car. Some people they want to take the local transportation, which is the cheapest one. Some people want that there is a guide which is taking them with the bus. So they are
Okay.
only their group with their own guide. So of course, any of this is optional. You can decide what you want for your group. So I think
Okay.
I don't decide. I want the customer to decide.
So just for example, if just one couple going on a honeymoon and they want to spend 3 nights there, and then they will
Yeah,
go to Norway, Bergen, wherever they want to go. So
yeah,
they come there. So you will be providing with the airport pickup and then drop to the hotel, and
yes.
then 3 nights accommodation, and then activities you give them, they will travel on their own, right? Either public transport, if they choose to.
Yeah, I can send a driver to pick them up and take them to the hotel. Then they will have the activities, and then the driver will pick them up and take them back to the airport. Of course, they can go with the public transportation if they want, but if they are on the honeymoon, I think they want a driver to pick them up from the airport.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Because Indian mentality. If somebody is going straight away very far, they will not take a risk, and they will be completely exhausted after 12, 13 hours car
right.
travel. So they
Yeah,
want somebody to pick them up. Yeah, on the way journey back, they may prefer to have a prepaid taxi. They will just call taxi from the hotel reception, or maybe they will take a bus. But when they arrive, they definitely need a pickup. It's a
yeah,
normal mentality, no matter
yeah.
where they go.
And I think the service is very important. And when
Yeah,
you
true.
arrive, you don't want to look at the map. Where should I go, and how do I arrive to the hotel? It's not what you want to do. You want there's a person like with a sign. Hello, Kiran, I'm here to pick you up. And then
No,
he
but
knows where to go.
airport pickup and hotel is sorted. But the things which you offer them, 10 things out of 10, maybe 8 has a free entry, maybe 8 has a ticket. So you will book all these 8 attractions as per the time slot for the client, or you will just guide them and they will go pay their own ticket and see and come back to the hotel. How it works normally for the FIT?
Yeah, I can either suggest something that they can book themselves, or that then I can rebook it, like book it in advance for them. For example, if they want to go sightseeing in Helsinki, I can suggest that there is an activity on Monday at 12 o'clock. Do you want me do you want me to book it in advance? If you don't want to book it, then you decide that when you arrive to hotel, you will take care of it yourself, and then there is a place or not. So you can decide. I can suggest that there is a very good restaurant, and I can book you a table at 9 o'clock in the evening. If you don't want to go there, if you don't want me to make the booking, of course you can take care of yourself and you can book it. So I always suggest things that you can book in advance, but you don't have to do it through me. You can take care of yourself. You
But
can decide to go somewhere else. I don't mind. So I only suggest many things.
commercial wise, when you book a airport pickup and drop or a hotel, you get some sort of commission, maybe your markup from the hotel. But
Yes.
if you suggest them about the restaurant, if you suggest them about the activity, and they go book their own, buy their own, pay their own, how would you make money on it then? How
Then
would
I
you make
don't
money?
make money, but I don't mind
Aha,
because I
that's
think
sad.
it's, but because I think the most important thing is service. So I
Great.
always take care of the service first, and
And
I
you
don't
st-
mind
you
if they book it.
and and you take pride in suggesting the best of the best, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Very nice. That's the way to go. I think
Yeah.
I need my agents to, have some sort of attitude rather than always trying to make money on something. We should
Yeah.
always work on service also, the hospitality. Whatever
Yeah.
money we have to make, we can make in the hotel booking, car booking, or maybe other services which client insists of buying. But other things we should be, always helpful to suggest the clients rather than Maglege. So we should not have the thought process that if I keep suggesting and not selling, I will not make money. I think we should come out of it.
Yeah.
Then,
That's right.
that's the way forward.
That's
Then we
right.
can gain
Yeah.
confidence of the traveler as well.
Yeah.
Very nice.
My
So how
yeah.
long you? Sorry. Please go ahead.
My customers, my feedback is very good because of the service. So 99% are satisfied with the service. So I think that is the best value for my company, the good service,
Perfect.
the good feedback. So I don't mind about the money so much, because I think if you give a good service, the
It develops the
information
volume.
will go on, and they will tell their
Yeah.
friends about this.
Tell me about the hotels then. What are the, like classification of the hotel? 3 star, 4 stars, 5 stars, how they are classified?
Yeah, so there are the normal 3 stars, and of course we have like 5 star, which is like the luxury suites. You
And how
get,
they are priced on an average? How they are priced?
so like a 3 star hotel, it's normally like 80 euro, 100 euro, something in between, if
That
you are
includes
in the
breakfast,
city
right?
center.
That includes breakfast.
Yes.
Okay, and it's a continental breakfast, right? Not English breakfast.
Continental breakfast, yes.
Nothing cooked. No sausages, bacon, eggs, nothing.
Yes, there are sausages and so, but there's also a lot of vegetarian food.
Okay, okay,
And
all
then,
right.
of course, if you go to a 5 star hotel, it's something from 200 euros on. If you want like
Yeah, it's
the
same here.
big,
Same here.
yeah, if you want the biggest room with a jacuzzi and all, something, let's say 500 euro or more. So we
Now, how
have
do you do the
everything.
contracting? How do you do the contracting with the hotel, or you just book it as per the demand, or you have a set contract for the entire year with the
Uh,
hotels?
yeah, I book it on demand for the hotels.
But the
I
price will not remain same, right? If there is a demand for next
Yeah,
week, if you
yeah.
contact the hotel, they will give you different price. So okay,
Uh,
why don't you do the
yeah,
contract for entire year with the best rate like we
yeah.
do?
Like I have some kind of a booking system. So if I go to the booking system of the hotel, I have like a contract that my price is always the same for this kind of a room. So the
Perfect.
price is not changing.
But do
There,
you
of
get
course,
the
there are
best price?
seasons, but if the season is like a low season, I know my price is always the same. If there's the high season, I know my price is always the same. So the price
But
is not changing.
do you work on the commission basis with the hotel, or you get the net rate and then put your markup and sell to the customer? How it works?
I have both. It
Okay,
depends on the hotel. I have both.
all right. Okay, and what I wanted to say is, but do you get the best price than the customer get online? Because if you quote 80 euros and customer book online and say, "Are it's only 60," does it happen sometimes or no?
Of course, you can find many rates for the hotels, but like my system is not never like this that I will compete with the prices, so that if you go online, you get 50 euro and I will take 100 euro. My system is not like this. I will not take like the extra money from the hotel booking. My system is that if you want like luxury package for 2 weeks, then you pay for the whole package. But if you only book a night or two in the hotel, you get the same price from me than from a hotel. So the price is not any different.
Okay, so there is a lot of competition there. It happens in India also. Sometimes
Yeah,
people do the window shopping. Oh, you have offered this much. I'm getting better
yeah,
price online. So that time we are completely stuck. But
yeah,
that's why we normally don't sell only accommodation. We sell
yeah.
the
That's
entire
right.
activities:
Yeah,
pickup, drop, transfers, meals, sightseeing, local activities.
yeah,
So that there is no room for the traveler and customer to check
yeah,
everything online. They cannot. It's not possible for them.
yeah. That's right. So I can show you one like what I mean about if you travel to Finland, because
Okay, perfect.
I think this is like the idea of all this what I'm doing. So I live in Kauniainen. This is a place that you have never heard of, right?
Okay.
So if you want to go from Helsinki to Kauniainen, and Helsinki is the capital. So when you live in India, you have no clue how to travel to Kauniainen, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yes.
Like when I travel to India, I really don't know how I should travel because you know it better. So
Oh,
if
yes,
I
agree.
want to, if I want to travel to Rovaniemi, that is the place where Santa Claus lives. So then I have the map showing all the way to Rovaniemi. So I know how I can travel to Rovaniemi. And if I tell you how it's easiest done, I think you listen to me because I live here and I have done it myself.
And also you are an expert in your field, so
Right.
there is no doubt anyway.
Yeah. So I think this is their service, what customers want to get. The people who know how you do it easiest way, with service, with all the things that it is easy for them. When they come to Finland, I know the system. When you get the clients to India, you know the system. So that then there is the good service because the person who is living in the country knows the system, how it goes.
Perfect. They can be better advisors than anyone else. If we
Yeah,
ask any layman, that person is a local. He knows
yeah,
about the country and surrounding, but he's not expert in travel.
yeah, right.
So we should always seek a better person. The best person would
Yeah,
be the person who is associated with the travel. Local
yeah,
plus
that's
travel
right.
associate.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And like I have tours that I'm planning, which is only everything about ecological things, sustainable things, vegetarian food, recycling, all these things that like my clients are very interested in. So
But
I don't know so many people who are doing this, and I really like vegetarian food. My son, he has allergies, so we very usually go to vegan restaurants. So for
okay.
me, it's a normal thing, and I'm looking for this kind of options. So I think I would plan this kind of a tour because it's very strange. No one is doing this, so then it's my specialty.
Yeah, true. But to how do you do? What do you do for the sales and business development? What tools are you using? What efforts you are taking to reach out to many people abroad?
So at the moment, I'm traveling a lot with the Zoom around the world, meeting a lot of BNI friends around the world. I always I have like 5 interns from school, traveling school in Finland. They are working for me this spring, so they are doing the social media and all these advertising things. Then I have a friend from India. He's doing my website.
Oh,
So
who is that?
Dipesh, I don't know if you know Dipesh Patel.
Where does he live?
I don't know. I don't
Patel
know where
sounds like
he's.
he's from the state of Gujarat, maybe. Ahmedabad,
Uh,
Baroda.
I don't know, but the website is saying
How long you been in?
Axhar Softweb. Do you know that company?
Uh, I never kind of heard, but I
Okay.
think you should share the information. I will do one to one with that guy also.
Yeah,
How
he's
long? How
very
long you
nice.
been in? How long you been in? Indians are always nice anyway. How
Yeah,
long
yeah.
you been in BNI?
For me, it's only 2 years now. It's a good start. I really love the system.
How many
Uh,
chapters you have?
in Finland, we have 53 chapters.
53 chapters. You got to be joking. So
Yes,
small countries with 53 chapters.
yes.
Aha, very good. That's shocking. That's shocking. I'm also in BNI from last couple of years. It's my second term as a president of the chapter, um, and I really like taking various roles, be active a little. That helps me to get more visibility, network with more people. We in my small city of Navi Mumbai, we have 16 chapters and 650 members.
Oh, wow.
615. In India, we have 38 thousand members altogether.
Oh, wow. We have maybe thousand members.
No, but still, for the country, a small, tiny country, and then with a huge countryside apart from Helsinki and two, three cities, on the fingertip. You have 53
Yeah.
chapters. That's fascinating because
Yeah.
Thailand is very big with a lot of bigger cities. Still, they have very limited chapters. So it's very big growing there, maybe BNI. And how many travel agents, travel categories people you have? Out of 53, maybe 30 travel agents or more than that?
In BNI,
Yeah.
only me.
In 53 chapters, you are the only one
Yes.
in travel category.
Yes,
So where
we
you
have.
keep all the money which comes in?
Yeah, there's one travel person, but she's only doing France. So she's only taking people from Finland to France.
Oh, so
So
she's a French expert then.
yeah. So besides her, I'm the only one.
So you're blessed because 53 chapters, only one travel agent. That means a lot
Yeah.
of money pouring in now, right? Where you
Yeah.
keep all the money? Where you keep all the money?
I'm looking for future years because now the borders are closed. I can't do anything. But with the BNI marketing, I think that is very helpful because I get to meet a lot of people, and I use all my money for networking and meeting even more people. So I hope someday I can help the people who want to travel here. And of course, I want to send my customers also abroad. So
do you
in
do you get
anytime I
do
need someone traveling abroad, I know who to contact. When
perfect,
someone wants
perfect.
to travel to Finland, they know I'm here to help. So I
That is
think
how
it's
it
very good.
works. But as I said, Indians travel to Finland for two, three attractions. One is, of course, the Northern Lights, but it's not available only in Finland, right? They have other options. They can go to Bergen, they
That's
could go
right.
to Greenland, they can go to other countries also. But
Yeah.
the high ticket size individuals, people who have more money to spend on travel, because for being, from to travel from India, going to European destinations is always a costly affair,
Yeah.
right? Like for the British people, going to Spain, going to Greece, going to Egypt, going to Turkey, going to Iceland is a small holiday. But if they want to travel far east, they want to go to Japan, they want
Yeah.
to go to China, they want to go to India, then they have to save a
Right.
lot of money.
Yeah.
So either they have to work a lot, take a second job, save a lot of money, come to India, or they have to be very wealthy. Then only they could afford to travel to India. I
Yeah.
know economically the travel cost and living cost is much more cheaper in India than compared to Europe. But complete package, the travel insurance, the visa cost, the flight, everything, if you compare, then in one India holiday, you could travel to four small European countries,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Similarly, if Indian want to travel plan Iceland or all these Scandinavian countries, like we have a Scandinavia package around 10 days, but normally they travel by ferries, only the
Yeah.
capitals of Scandinavia.
That's right.
uh, yeah, so they go to the no, Oslo, they go to Helsinki, then they will go to Stockholm. So by ferry they travel internally rather than taking the flight. Their flight only by two times.
Yeah.
One, to enter the Scandinavian country, any destination where the flight is very cheap, they start from their journey from there, be it
Mm.
Helsinki, be it Stockholm, be it Oslo. So they'll start from there, and the capitals, 2 3 days at each capital they spend, do the city orientation, local sightseeing, have local food. Then again take the ferry, go to the next capital, again the same, and last destination they will fly back to Mumbai. But to do that also, we need to find people which have genuine interest in exploring and have the capacity to spend more money. Because
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I will tell you money wise, to do the 10 days tour of Scandinavia, as of the Scandinavian countries, from Mumbai or maybe Delhi or maybe Bangalore, anywhere, Kolkata, Chennai, wherever, they need to spend at least the minimum, even if they stay at the three-star hotels with
Mm.
the flight, everything included, they should spend at around 2 lakh rupees, 200,000 rupees per person. So that comes to around 2,500 euros. So that is too much money for the average earning person. But
Yeah.
if somebody is very wealthy, they afford. So out of 131 CR, which is our population, 130 million,
Mm.
we can filter to travel to Finland and the costly countries like USA, Japan, wherever they want to go, the far countries.
Mm.
Then the numbers get filtered. to very limited. Only 1% people could afford
Yeah.
it. So we have to have find those sort of client base. So once in a blue moon, we do get the queries from the people for the
Mhm.
Scandinavian countries. So I think next time I will bring my staff, my agents also. Anything comes up like this, we know whom to connect.
Yeah.
So do you have the queries for India? Means the Finnish people travel to India very often or not really?
At the moment, I don't have because my system is quite different. So first of all, I'm
So
thinking,
I'm talking in general.
yeah,
I'm talking in general. I'm talking about
uh,
in general. In
in
general, Finnish
general,
people
yeah,
looking forward to travel to India.
in general, there are holidays to Goa, and then there are holidays to northern India. So I know the travel agencies that are doing that, but it's not
Okay.
the main destination. Many people want to travel to Italy and Greece because it's always warm, and then you get easy short distance flight, and it's
Right.
not so expensive. And in the winter time, the most popular is to go to Spain, Tenerife, and then
Yeah.
Thailand. Those are very
So you mean to
cheap.
say people? So so you mean to say some people go to Thailand? They may come to Goa for 2 3 days as a connecting flight, but they don't come to India just for the sake of traveling to India, right? They just transit in India sometimes.
I don't know any transit in India. It's a direct flight to Thailand.
No, no, that's not what I mean. It means they are coming all the way to the Thailand. That's why they
Yep.
are very close to India. So they are sometimes planned to go to India, but they don't purposely come to India. Is that what you mean to say?
Uh, no. I might said like uh, I know the people who come to India. They really want to come to India, and they spend a week or 2 weeks in India. But it's not so common for Finnish
Okay. So
people.
if you know the agents or the people which creates some sort of inquiries or for India, or they have some genuine interest toward the history, the civilization, the ancient times, monuments, the wildlife, the tiger safaris and all. I would request you to kindly, connect those sort of people with me so that we could make a product and then
Mm,
connect with them and try to create awareness. We are not here in these times to do business anyway because this is
mm,
not the time. It's time to
yeah.
create more and more awareness, create value. Just like you creating value for your tourism, we are doing the same thing, creating value for
Right.
to so that post pandemic when the people are much more motivated to come out, they have a lot of motivational factors to come out. Some
Yeah.
people wants to go to Thailand, some people wants to go to India, some people wants to go to Greece, some people wants to go to Italy. Multiple factors. Some may be because they are lack of money, some may be because they are genuinely interested, that's why they come into India. So we just have to, I also realized what you exactly mean, and I will also try my level best to find those sort of people which are catering to the high ticket side individuals. I have a mixed kind of agents and mixed kind of travelers, but some people are, like you say, there is one travel agent in BNI Finland who caters to only France market. So
Yeah.
we may be having some agents which cater to only high ticket side individuals. The clients are not worried about money. They just want
Mm,
and explore new destinations. South
right.
Africa done, Turkey done, Egypt done, Switzerland done. So what next? Finland. What
Yeah.
next? Japan. What next? Bolivia. No matter how expensive it is. So there are agents who cater to only those sort of client base. I think I will be able to connect you with those agents. So you get the volume and multiple queries.
Mm,
Me, maybe give you a query a month or maybe query a 6 months. I never know. But those agents which cater to that sort of class, they will give you the multiple, like a referral partner.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I completely agree what you just said and what you are showcasing, and I'm sure you agreed what I am showcasing. Forts, caves, heritage sites, jungles, safaris, temples, culture. Then
Yeah.
you know whom to contact.
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect, perfect. So I really, it was kind of a surprise that you approached all the way, and I really appreciate your efforts and give me the opportunity to interact. I really appreciate it.
This is I think this is very nice way to contact people and to get maybe some new cooperation and new destinations, um, new things on mind, that what you could maybe sell or what you have in the countries, some new ideas. You really need something on your mind, something else than only the virus. I want the positive things and talk about
True.
traveling, the
We need positive
future
vibes
traveling.
anyway.
Yeah,
Our local government also trying to uh, get the information what other countries, other states are doing to encourage, generate more footfall.
yeah.
What where we are lacking there as a ministry, the government.
Mm.
Does your government also involve in tourism developments, or government play no role in this?
They don't play any role in this.
But they do they own the hotels everywhere? Like government in India, government also have some hotels owned by the government on multiple destinations. Do you have that sort of thing there in Finland?
No, no, those are mostly like private hotels or a chain, but
Okay,
it's not government hotels.
okay. So government is working very hard to figure out what other countries are doing, how they're promoting and showcasing their local availability. Like we have a good ecosystem, you have a good nature,
Yeah,
so you're showcasing that. So we
yeah,
have a lot of forts, war sites, beaches. We are promoting that.
yeah.
Maybe other countries have different. Everyone, how they do it effectively, how they align the channel partners, how they do it with the distribution system. So they are working on it, and they're trying to figure out their channel partners in the market who can help them educate people
Mm,
what other countries are doing and where we are lacking behind.
right.
Yeah. So how is the BNI journey? Just tell me quickly. How is it? How is it going? How many members you have in your chapter?
We are now 26.
Okay.
It is not so good situation now. We used to be 53, but many
Yeah.
people decided they don't want to be in BNI because it all is now in Zoom and no live meetings, and they loved the live system. But I
How much you
enjoy.
paid?
Sorry,
How much you paid annually? How much you have to pay for the membership?
it's about 1,000 euros for 1 year.
And plus every week you have to pay the
Yes.
hotel for a conference. And how much you pay every week?
Every week we pay about 10 euros when we meet live, but now we haven't met since March, so only in
So
Zoom.
in 10 euros, what you get? The breakfast and the venue.
We are meeting in lunchtime, so we get lunch, coffee, and the venue.
All right. And what was the thing which I wanted to ask? Yeah. Do you have the like the leaders, like president, vice president, secretary? These people meet once in a month with all the national heads. Do you have those sort of activity once in a month where all the leaders come together?
We have like our chapter leaders meeting once a month, and then like I'm the online host and the connect trainer, so I belong to a different kind of a group, so we meet every month to decide about these things like new members and this kind of activities.
Perfect. So how much you spend on your website, the travel website?
How much I spend money, like
Yeah, on the website.
um, if I buy a new website or
No, which you just did from the Patel. You just said.
ah his price for me is very good compared to Finnish prices. So
Okay, it's always because yeah,
yes,
true,
yes.
true. So as long as you are happy, that is more important, because I could encourage the website guy in my chapter to do the one-to-ones with the travel people around the globe, because there may be thousands of travel agents in BNI. If he start doing the one-to-ones with them, he may get some sort of interactions, right? Because he's very good.
Yeah.
He has a manpower of 50 for each segment. Coding, he has 5 to 6 people. Social media is more than 10 people. For the designing, he have 10 people. So he has a huge team and he has a potential, but he's not exploring himself. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What else you wants to ask? Because it's going a little longer. What else you want to ask? Whatever you want, you plan to ask me, or maybe share the information. What else?
Yeah. Um, so maybe like I want to get new people who I can search in Instagram. Are you in Instagram?
Yes, I am in Instagram.
So, do you know any like Indian people who I could follow in Instagram, and they might be useful for me? Like those people who are very active and
Okay,
worth of
I would
searching in there.
perfect. I would make a list of it. I might have few,
Awesome.
and then send it to you. I will send it to you. People
Yeah,
which are associated with the Bollywood, people which are associated with the casting, they take the
yeah,
entire crew for the film shootings abroad.
yeah,
So these people can be a good reference for you. If you connect with them, then you get the multiple query. The people which are
yeah,
associated with the travel fitness, the magazines, the travel magazines. Those
yeah,
people travel abroad, shoot nice photographs and videos, and then they do the contenting and then make a travel magazines, or the bloggers who
yeah,
travel abroad.
yeah,
I
that's
will make a
right.
list of it and give it to you. Definitely,
Awesome.
definitely.
And do you know, like there are this kind of pages where you can write about your company for free and like put some pictures and like have ever heard that you can be sleeping in the glass igloo? This is possible in Finland, and if you write the article and send some pictures, you don't have to pay about that.
You have the YouTube channel. Do you have the YouTube channel
Yeah,
of your own?
yeah.
Okay, then those links can be posted to the people which are travel enthusiasts and they have millions of followers.
Oh,
So, but usually they paid for the promotions,
mm.
but it's very like peanuts. Maybe it comes to around €5 per promotion or something like
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah,
So I will make a list. I did not thought of all these things very wisely
yeah,
and very aggressively. But as you mentioned, I think I will find these sort of platforms for me as well to promote my business as well.
yeah, yeah. Because I
Actually, it's a
think,
nice idea.
yeah, because I think now when you have time to think about marketing, this is what comes to my mind that I should do more about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think I would share what you just said to all my members in my next chapter meeting, that rather than sitting idle and giving away, we should always keep on doing networking, trying to find new channel partners,
yeah,
develop on our products. So when the market is normal, we have everything ready,
yeah.
rather than
That's
sitting at
right.
home like a couch potatoes.
Yeah,
Perfect, perfect. Thanks a lot. Anything you
right.
wanted to share? Anything you want to ask? Or
I think that's like all for this meeting, and maybe we'll meet again. So this was just
absolutely,
the
it will be a
first
pleasure.
meeting.
If I when I come out with all the lists, and if I have a
Yeah,
reason that we could discuss further about something new developments, I think
that's
we
right.
will definitely connect again, and in between we will stay in touch. Definitely.